So today we're going to do a meditation format that's Buddhist in nature, but I'm going to give you just a generic why we should be meditating and introduction. So you probably know this, but even a few minutes spent meditating on a regular basis can make a really big difference. There's lots of science supporting that statement. There's extensive studies that were conducted on a group of Buddhist monks who, as they were meditating, the prefrontal cortex of these monks' brains, the part associated with happiness, was found to be extra active. Researchers found that part of the brain that regulates stress and anxiety shrinks when meditation is practiced consistently. By focusing on a moment-by-moment experience, you train your mind to remain calm, even when things are stressful. Along with this, they experience significantly less anxiety due to uncertainty about the future. And I just read an article in the Harvard Health blog. It confirms that meditation triggers the relaxation response, which we're going to do today, which is why some people fall asleep when they begin to meditate. So all good reasons to make a practice regular. You don't have to do it for hours a day, just even a few minutes, and you get happier, less stressful, and able to cope. It's all good. It's all good. So let's just start by making sure that we're comfortable. And you might want to just take a moment and check how you're feeling physically and mentally and emotionally. So then when we're done, you can compare. And as you're sitting comfortably, just begin by letting tension come down into your belly. So just notice if there's tension anywhere in your body. And let it settle into your belly just for the moment. We won't leave it there. Let the center of gravity send it down through the body. And now let attention go right to the very lowest point of the spine. As you inhale through the nose, draw energy to the top of the spine. And then when you exhale, let that energy drop down the front of your spine. Say that one more time, but I want you to inhale through your nose and you can exhale out your mouth. So as you inhale, you draw the energy to the top of your spine. And as you exhale, you let the energy drop down the front of your spine. Inhale, energy to the top of the spine. Exhale, energy drops down the front of the spine. Encouraging the energy to have a flow. Just breathing and letting the energy flow up and then down. Up the spine, down the spine. And now let the breath settle into your belly again. Sometimes there is maybe residue movement of subtle energy up the spine and over the top of the spine. When it drops to the bottom of the spine, breathe in, bringing the energy up the front of the spine. Then allow the breath to settle again. Subtle energy up the spine with your breath, over the top of the spine, and when it drops to the bottom of the spine, breathe in, bringing the energy up the front of the spine, and then allow the breath to settle again. encouraging the energy to have this kind of flow. Now transition the breath, let it settle on its own, just finding a natural rhythm, whatever comes up. You can intuitively listen for the quietness all around the breath. Listen for that quietness all around the breath. Actually experiencing the quietness at the core of consciousness. As you listen to that quietness, feel it. It has a sense of timelessness. As if you're way down at the bottom of the ocean. All the surface ripples and waves are far, far above you. Your breath in its own natural rhythm. You listen to that quiet. Feel it. And as you experience the quietness, know this is the core of consciousness. As though you were way, way down at the bottom of the ocean. And life's surface ripples and waves are far, far away from you. You are just listening and feeling those still waters. You can relax into that silence and get a sense, a feel of it. This is a very soft touch, without effort, just listening. Listening to that quiet merge with that knowingness of consciousness, that silence around the breath. The primary guidance here is absence of words. It is with the silence and stillness and quiet. Notice as you immerse yourself in the feeling of stillness and quietness. You no longer experience yourself as the old personality or even the physical body, even though it's here. Feel and sense into the quietness at the very core of consciousness. Notice if there's any subtle sense of holding anywhere in your body, anywhere in the mind, anywhere. And remember, you can just let that go. You can just relax a little more. Just giving all of yourself to that quiet. No straining. No trying. Literally the quiet act of surrender. As you intuitively listen for the quietness all around the breath. And you feel that inside. You're just listening and feeling. You allow yourself to relax into this silence. Relax into the sensations. Feeling this timelessness of quiet. Softly, gently, without effort. You just simply listen to the quiet merge of knowingness, of consciousness. The guidance here is not the language. It is the silent stillness. Notice you, your body. It's as though it's not here. As you feel and sense into the quietness at the very core of consciousness. Now take a moment, check and see if there's any sense of holding anywhere in your physical body, in your mental body, in your emotional body. And if there is, remember you can just let that go. You can relax even more just by giving yourself to the quiet. Literally the quiet act of surrender. As you meet yourself with gentleness and engage in the act of surrender, you are able to relax into a timeless, unconditional dimension of being. As you listen to it, as you feel into it, you just might notice there's no boundaries to this quiet dimension of consciousness. And to those with such a busy mind, anyone who has a busy mind, all you have to do is leave it be. Watch it. Watch the busyness and feel the breath. And at the same time you feel the breath, sense around the breath. There's stillness there. Such a light and easy touch around the breath. Notice that. Some of you will notice you quite naturally transition from breath into the quiet. Very easily just ask yourself, can I let go more? A little bit more? No trying, just the asking, can I let go a little bit more? As you experience this depth of consciousness, you notice more and more unconditional, less and less moving around. Notice the states of consciousness of liking, disliking, agreeing, disagreeing. They begin to fall away. This depth feels more unconditional, less and less transitory and impermanent. This depth feels more unconditional and less transient. Quite literally, you are beginning to experience the unconditioned nature of your own being. And you can ask yourself, can I let go a little bit more? As you allow judgments and labels to fall away in this depth of consciousness. As you greet yourself with a gentleness and deeply engage in the act of surrender, you automatically begin to relax into a timeless and unconditional dimension of being. You are experiencing the unconditional nature of your very own being. Any sense of being the meditator, the someone who's doing the meditation, I invite you to let go of this also. I invite you to let go of the sense that you are doing this. Let that sense go. Let the sense of the one listening fall away. Just relax into the silence into the space around the breath. I invite you to let go of who the meditator is, of what the meditator is doing. Let go of the one who is doing this. Just let your sense of this one fall away. And for a moment, perhaps just for a moment, you touch upon the sense of meditation without the meditator. Just the meditation. Just being. Existence without personality. I invite you to let go of you being the one doing this. And as you let your sense of this one fall away, you just may touch upon the sense of the meditation without you. Just this meditation, just this being, just this existence without personality. Now, a little moment of transition. Just have the feeling you're breathing that depth of peace and stillness back up from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And then breathing that peace and stillness, letting it fall from the front of the spine back to the lower belly and into the base of the spine. Allowing the breath to roll up and then down. Breathing the depth of peace and stillness back up from the base of the spine to the top of the head. Breathing that peace and stillness and then letting it fall down the front of the spine, back into the lower belly and into the base of the spine. Breathing up that stillness through the body around the top of your head and down the front once again. And then, and now, just let it all go. Just being, just consciousness, just peace. So I'll be back next month with yet another meditation. It's such an honor to be here and share this with all of you. Wishing you good health and good times until I see you again next month. Thank you, everybody. Stay well. Thank you.